So I'm at 345 PSI and I'm just doing a vacuum. Remember, this is a used unit and the downstairs air handler is the used unit. The only places that I put brazing on is this is a new connection, these two are new connection, these two are new connections. That's all. And I use the micro channel and I'm micro bubbles and I'm looking for leaks. That wasn't leaks, that's just I just created that bubble. So then I go downstairs and do the same thing. I've already done that. And I pushed the dry nitrogen through the high side. I already had my gauges, and these hoses were on the vacuum pump on Friday and in the afternoon, and I got them down to roughly, I think, 75 microns. And overnight, I was doing a vacuum decay on the hoses, and it vacuum decayed down to 980 microns. That's what is that? I think it's been about 18 hours. And so I know what my hoses can do. And prior to hooking up to this system, I vacuumed just my hoses back down to 70 microns before I pass anything through it, because I don't want to transfer any moisture out of my hoses of the internal walls while I'm doing my nitrogen into my brand new dryer. So everything is going from high side to low side. So let's turn off the high side. We're gonna bleed out the refrigerant now. And let me just do a little, let's say we're going to do a tightness test. I was doing it without doing the tightness test, just leaving it up there. It's not moving, leaving it up there. So I hit the button, tightness test. It's in that mode. You hit enter to start. It starts. I've done videos on this, and other guys done videos on this. And you let this go 10-15 minutes. If it was on a big VRF system, I'd go overnight. I usually like to go over the weekend. And so on a big VRF system where I have 1,000 to 3,000 feet of pipe and maybe anywhere 5, 10, 15, 20 indoor air handlers attached to that piping, I will start on a Friday evening at the end of the workday, turn on the vacuum decay test, keep coming back in the morning, the afternoon, and evening, just looking at it all the time. And as the day temperature goes up and down, you get to see the plus and the minus of the vacuum decay. So long as you don't have a leak, it'll always move up and down depending on the temperature of which you started and the temperature of which you finished. But when you come back on Monday, if it's the same temperature of where you started, you will be right back at zero again. That's how that works. So you get to see how this works. Okay, let me get out of there because I'm purging out the system. So I'm leaving the low, closing the high. I don't need the high no more. I don't need the nitrogen no more. Could disconnect that. There we go. And we're gonna purge out through the low. So my flow is always in the same direction. And I'm gonna leave this on the vacuum pump on the weekend. So basically I'm gonna hook up this fitting on only this one hose to the low side, and I'm gonna pull a vacuum. And that's what's gonna go on. So let's open this up and bleed it out. There you go. It's now bleeding out. And I'll get ready for the process of hooking up the vacuum hose as soon as it bleeds down. At least I know, I don't know what they did, whoever put this in the first time from their other location, I don't know what they did on this, but I know what I did on my work between where I started here and my piping going down connected to their unit. That's what I did. I have no responsibility of this stuff. I'll try to do my best I can to make it live as long, but I can't undo any damage if somebody did something wrong to this unit. I can't undo that the system was exposed to the air for weeks or months inside the evaporator on the indoor unit. Nothing I can do for that. All I can try to do is dry it out as best I can, do the best filtering I can, and keep a track and eye on it. All right, guys, I'll see ya.